Have you ever dated a female psychologist, or are you planning to date one? In this episode, I will tell you about my experience with dating female psychologists in my late 20s and early 30s. Here's what you need to know. Psychologists have learned about all forms of normal behavior, all kinds of psychoses, mental illnesses, harmful habits, or other dark sides of the human psyche. At the same time, psychologists are highly interested in other people and in many layers of society. They are usually open-minded, intelligent, and creative women, with most of them also being very sportive, sometimes in a competitive way. Psychologists always want to be a little bit better than the other ones. After all, it's their job to teach them how to behave, right? So when it comes to dating, psychologists women are usually very, very careful. Pick their friends with care, and they pick their partners especially with care. Which doesn't mean they only pick a few. The opposite is the case. Female psychology students have so many friends, so many hobbies, and they always find a guy to meet for a cup of tea. If you are one of the chosen ones, congratulations. That's already an achievement. It's a sign that you are normal enough, that she's not afraid of you, but you're also crazy enough you don't bore her. For the first date, will be all about finding out if you have the potential to be a sociopath, what your obsessive-compulsive behaviors are, what your addictions and bad habits are, what your level of self-esteem is, and, first and foremost, if you are a worthy man for her. For psychologist women, a worthy man, somebody who has the potential to be your partner, must be 100% physically and 100% mentally sane. Well, okay, that's not really true. Let's say 90% mentally sane, because psychologists need some form of craziness. So let's save that 10% for some nice and harmless craziness that makes you interesting as a person. Don't be too crazy, because that will scare her off. Psychologists know that all people are crazy, just some are in a bad way and some are in a good, entertaining way. But most people are crazy in an exhausting, annoying, and boring way. So you better be a fun type of craziness. Like, for example, you do extreme sports. That's something you can impress a female psychologist with. Or you have really high education, some form of greater nerdiness. Or maybe you are an artist, like an actor, a musician, a sculptor, a painter. You better be a successful artist and really make some money, otherwise that's not interesting for her. You see, psychologist women, they are looking for the extreme in a man, but in a good way. If they are impressed with some extreme lifestyle, then you are worthy, because you are out of the norm and you're a little bit crazy, but not too much, right? So if you come so far in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you may also think about subscribing to the channel. Now back to dating a psychologist woman. Once she has checked everything about you that could be problematic for her in a way, and she found something that she finds interesting in you, and she considered you as being okay and just crazy enough to be interesting but not too crazy, you might get a second date. And on that second or on the third date, this is when she will start to reveal her craziness to you. She can trust you now, and she will start to prove that she is worth you, by telling you about her extreme hobbies or her creative side and so on. So be prepared. Just because she's a psychologist doesn't mean she is a mentally stable person. Crazy in the bed, crazy in the head may be true for some women, not for psychologists, as they continuously overwatch and control themselves, which makes it hard for them to let go in bed. But once they can let go, you can have as much fun as with every woman else. Psychologists undergo hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of psychotherapy during their education. And even if a psychologist thinks she's mentally stable when she starts her studies, she will learn that she's not, and that makes her uncertain. Personally, I don't know any person that does not have some mental issues or at least some weird habits. So we are all crazy, and most of us are traumatized, some more, some less. So if you want to find something in a person, you can find it. That's a dark side about psychotherapy. Once you starting to solve one issue, you trigger another one. Dating a psychologist as a mentally healthy person can make you crazy, as she will constantly find something that triggers something in you. And she's doing that for fun, and she's doing that to test you. So, psychologists may have many relationships with many crazy people until they reach a certain age. At some point, a psychologist woman wants to find a partner for lifetime to bring stability and security. And the psychologist knows she won't find that man who isn't a little bit crazy. After all, she's been there, done that already, and she now looks for a mentally 100% stable, reliable partner. She knows such partners may be boring, but it will be worth it for the sake of safety in the relationship. That's why most psychologist women I know ended up with a boring but stable man over time. So, depending on how old you are, it might be or might not be a good idea to date a psychologist woman. If she's young, if you are a little bit crazy, go for it. If she's, let's say, in the middle 30s, be careful because she might look for something she can't find in you. Have you made any experiences with dating psychologists women? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for today. See you next time.